Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP familia. If you're not subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? Make sure you guys are hitting that red subscribe button down below and come in and join in the Crypto ZX army. But yeah, let's take a look at what's happening going into Tuesday morning, starting off a new week, obviously coming out of the long weekend. Obviously starting off on a little bit of a negative note. You can see across the board, we're seeing a little bit of a retracement. We're going to talk about what's happening. I'm going to share my personal thoughts with you guys. So make sure you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So looking at XRP down about 6.2%. Again, like I said, the broader market is down right now going into Tuesday morning. Price of XRP, $2.45, down 3% in Bitcoin compared to valuation, $148 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $8 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So another $624 million liquidated flush in the past 24-hour shakes the market. Total liquidation, $624.4 million, about $430 million coming from the longs and about $200 million out of the shorts. Over leveraged trades wiped out across Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and more. Volatility often paving the way for the next leg up. Stay cautious, but it could be a good opportunity to DCA. I don't understand what people don't realize. People are not learning from, the big wake-up call that, we did see just on Friday, where we saw the biggest liquidation in the crypto markets, and yet, people are still leverage trading. I will never understand that. And you can see for yourself, major liquidation. It goes back to what I said, at the day of the crash. If you watch my market analysis update, if you've been watching my overall updates, I did say, even though Bitcoin has been picking up, let's not get overly excited just yet. There still could be a turnaround, and it seems to be right now. And looks like, the price of Bitcoin is on its way down to, the 23.6 Fibonacci support line, which we need to hold. If we drop below it, the chances of us going down to 108, most importantly around the 107,000, is still on the table. But let's take a closer look and see what else is happening. The biggest news, of course, is this right here. Citi Crypto Custody launches 2026 with third-party partnerships. Citi is exploring the use of an in-house developed technology solution for custody along with third-party partnerships. The upcoming custody service would involve Citi holding the native cryptocurrency. Banks could offer an alternative as they tightly regulate and have a track record in asset custody. This is huge. This is massive. Remember we talk about, regulation coming in, banks getting the green light. This is a perfect example of that. This is things people used to dream of, a few years back, and it's actually becoming a reality. And I think this is going to become a norm. A lot of big financial institutions and financial services companies like banks are going to be offering this to their clientele. And I think this is just a perfect example to be looking at. This is massive. I think a lot of people overlooking this, but not on our channel. It's something we want to be paying very close attention to. But today, the Fed Chair Powell will be speaking at about 12:20 p.m. Eastern Time on economic outlook and monetary policy. Will he mention rate cuts? We already know in terms of a probability standpoint, I think it's pretty much set in stone as far as rate cut is concerned. And I still think, market is not prepared for the rate cut. So what I mean by that is, in my personal opinion, I think the market has not priced itself in for a rate cut, meaning I think we are going to see either the market pushing and leading into the rate cut, the FOMC meeting at the end of the month, or we're gonna pump after that going into November and December, which could be very, very exciting, and a lot of people projecting. I still think this month could be exciting, but maybe the next few days could be choppy, and we have been seeing that right now. But take a look at this. This is what I want you guys to focus on as well. So the whale who made 191 million shorting minutes before the China tariff news just doubled his position, now sitting on a 500 million Bitcoin short. What do you guys think about that? This is very, very insane. The 500 million, I think this is someone just trying to just get people talking, because, like this person says, Krusty, that people are aware of this person, but maybe they're just trolling at this point, because of course this is something insane to think about. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys personally think about that. But take a look. BlackRock is still buying more Bitcoin after the largest crypto liquidation in history. While there's so much fear, guess what these guys are doing? They're accumulating Bitcoin at a record level. and you could really see how fast things have picked up. And I think in the long term perspective, we tend to, and when I say we, I think retail tends to focus more on the shorter term time scale. Yes, a lot of people on the liquidation side of things, as far as the future side of thing is concerned, got liquidated. But again, this is why you don't want to leverage trade. If you actually spot hold and you have a long term horizon, patience is your number one key to follow, and that's what these big asset managers are doing. They're not here for the next day or two. That's what I need you guys to understand. The bull market might be coming to an end as we talk about, but maybe we're, as I stated to you guys before, we're actually getting closer rather than the beginning. But these guys are not here for the next 2 months. These guys are not here for the next 6 months. They're in for the long-term horizon, and they're accumulating Bitcoin no matter what. And this is a perfect chart right in front of us. Let's move forward. Take a look at this. Valor physical staking ETPs with XRP and XDC, more regulated passive income opportunities with ISO 222 compliant tokens. Big stuff here. But let's take a look at what's happening with the overall market. So you can see dominance has picked up. We actually came down to 58.92%, but since then the dominance has seen a sharp wick towards the upside. Kind of goes unsaid because Bitcoin, like I shared the chart with you guys before, has been on the downwards trajectory and looks like we are about to retest the 23.6. Breaking below here, like I said, opens the door down to 108. Something we want to be well aware of. So if you're looking at the price of XRP, XRP was on a beautiful bounce, and this should tell you how fast things are turning around, to be quite frank with you. But again, choppiness is still on the table from the $1.91. I'm going to continue to bring this up because this was definitely a clear buying opportunity for a lot of people, and again, a lot of people were able to enter around this price point. That was an increase of about 40% for the world, one of the world's biggest assets in the crypto space. Since then, we did see a retracement of about 8%. So you can see, about an 8% pullback over the course of the last, 24 hours. Goes unsaid, like I said, dominance showing significant strength. Bitcoin, pushing towards the downside. And, obviously this is not a big, secret that, we're seeing a little bit of a rejection. But look where we came up to, $2.63. So, we were able to get exactly to the level we spoke about. Got rejected at that key range because, of course, that is a resistance. But I have no doubts of the price to, go back up to this key range, but we need to be paying a little bit closer look to Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to stabilize itself. Once it's able to do that, then I think, XRP along with other altcoins are really going to, push towards the upside. But, Bitcoin is what we want to focus on very, very closely. But let's see how this week goes. Very important week. We'll keep you guys covered. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.